Pull the lever, Kronk. Alright, okay. Let's get to it, shall we? Imagine Kronk pulling the lever in Genshin Impact. Couldn't be me. Okay, so last time on Genshin Impact, we got freaking sidetracked by a side quest because apparently Genshin Impact can't differentiate between two different quests and quest givers, I guess? I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. Emotional damage! So we need to do long failed graph anniversary technology. Alright, we probably just have to do the introduction of it, and then we'll just get the quest done. Holy crap. Oh my god, I can't believe you've done this. Also changed around the party a bit, but whatever.
Huh? Isn't that Charlotte?
No.
Who's her friend, and what are they chatting about?
Yeah.
Be pleased with the cherry on top, Charlotte. Journalist extraordinaire. Please tell me you're joking.
Kevin Costner Waterworld. Yeah, that's what happened last time.
I read that
also
a gang
lot
of
of
criminals
emotional
tricked
damage.
the Gardamex by disguising themselves as blubber beasts. It's true, isn't it? It has to be.
No, it's stupid.
I've invested all my savings into graph adversarial technology and even taken out a sizable bank loan. I'm begging you like the beggiest beggar in all of begdom.
Huh?
I need you to calm down a little, Miss Lapine, Pauline. I admire your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes for those, big-ticket orders. But I'm afraid I'm not joking. The Blubber Beast incident was a short story mailed to us by an anonymous amateur author, written in the style of a true story.
Amateur author?
It sounds like they're just discussing a story, but why does this Miss Lapine Pauline seem so distressed?
It's because she's stupid, Paimon.
Funnily enough, I actually remember being in a meeting where the editing team was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this story. They even went to Maison Gardiennage for advice. But to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the false intel would be a great way to
Cromer
dupe potential
issue.
criminals
Yeah,
into
no, it is a
wearing
Cromer
ridiculous
issue.
costumes when breaking the law. In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise isn't gonna get you far. If anything, it'll just make you stand out all the more. Since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubber beast, a titanic red-crowned finch, and a Spectre Man. So I knew this story had helped out law enforcement. But this is the first time I'm learning of an innocent
Does
citizen
whatever
being
a
deceived by
Spectre
it
can.
and investing so much more for nothing.
Uh-oh. She really sounds like she's in pain. Paimon thinks we should just ask Charlotte what's going on.
Yes.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
Traveler, Paimon, it's you!
Ikita-boo. TF2 spy paper mask.
I was in the area taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Pauline about her research. She read an article in the Steambird about a criminal who evaded Gardamex detection by disguising themselves as a blubber beast. Inspired by this story, she spent a lot of Mora researching counter-criminal image recognition technology. Her aim was to
Counter-criminal
improve
image
Fontaine's
recognition.
public security by developing a device that could enhance Gardamex target recognition capabilities. She was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her prototype devices before I could get a word in. But unfortunately, it was just a fictional story, and her efforts and aspirations were all in vain. I tried to let her down gently, but she's finding it all very hard to accept.
Putting it, lightly there.
This is a new situation for us, too. It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting, and the Maison Gardiennage only had Fontaine's best interest in mind.
Yeah, he's just a victim of misunderstanding.
Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pick a fight with a Gardamec, head to the opera at Biclez, and get a one-way ticket to the Fortress of Meropide.
What? Why?
That way, I won't have to repay my debts. It's the only way I can afford to keep on living.
Jesus.
Whoa, there's no need to go that far. I mean, come on, look at you. You wouldn't even dent the Gardamec's armor. In all likelihood, they'd only hold you up at the Maison Gardiennage for a few days before letting you out, and then you'd still have to repay your debts.
The mod and make. Oh, you're making a mod airport? Oh, ballin'.
Actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that, how much did you actually invest? How bad can it really be?
270,000 Mora.
Jesus.
Okay, well, escaping to the Fortress of Meropide over a sum like that seems like a last resort. Surely there must be other options.
Not anymore. I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces, and now I'm just a small-time engineer. I scraped together some savings over the past few years, but I put every last Mora into this project, and now I'm left with nothing.
Nothing!
It's not just my savings that are gone. It's my whole future as a graph adversarial technology specialist and my dreams of becoming a billionaire one day.
Well, see, that's your first problem, becoming a billionaire. Jesus.
My life is over.
Nothing complicated, just using the frameworks made by others and putting other things into it. Yeah, okay.
Don't
that's
despair,
fine.
Miss Lapine Pauline. I think I know a way for you to turn this around. This prototype you've given me, the camera lens for image recognition sample collection. It's really quite something. You said you designed it specifically for high-fidelity image capture and analysis, yes? The rapid focal length adjustment is a very useful function in its own right. It's sure to make many journalists' jobs much easier. In fact, I'd say it has the potential to revolutionize Fontaine's news media. So your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain. The technology you've developed may have many applications that you've never even considered.
Really?
Absolutely. I've been working as a journalist for the Stingbird
Yeah.
for a long time now. No one understands the issues we journalists face on a day-to-day basis better than me.
This is great and all, but didn't the city just get, or didn't the entire nation just get flooded like a few hours ago?
So keep calm, take heart, and start thinking about mass production. In the meantime, I'll show your invention to all my colleagues to drum up interest in your product.
I can't believe it. If this is true, then I can look into setting up a whole camera lens development pipeline. My big-ticket orders and billionaire aspirations are still in the cards.
I wouldn't say that, but sure.
Maybe I should consider taking out another loan. That way, I can rapidly improve the lens production process, be the first to market, and prepare to battle for dominance in the camera industry.
Yeah, let's just take it one thing at a time.
Come on, stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute. Just take it one step at a time and see how it goes. There's no sense in putting all your eggs in one basket before things are even off the ground.
Being overly ambitious might come back to bite you in the
And I
butt.
can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition device to a workshop to raise some funds. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. There's no time to lose. I need to get to work. Early bird gets the worm.
And there she goes.
Can you believe her? She just ran off. Paimon's pretty sure our advice went in one ear and out the other.
It's understandable. When inspiration and passion strike at the same time, it's all too easy to throw yourself headfirst into your work and forget about everyone around you. A lot of journalists are the same way when they're first starting out. But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article on all this, and I'll be checking in on her regularly.
That's good.
Her research has the potential to benefit the entire journalistic community. I'll give her plenty of input to stop her from going down any rabbit holes, and make sure mass production of her lens can begin as soon as possible.
Neato.
It's reassuring to know
There
that
wasn't a
you'll be
one-letter
looking out
typo. It
for
was
her,
close. Yeah, a
Charlotte.
space. I remember. Star journalist to the rescue.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this prototype lens? I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances to use it on your travels.
Okay, cool.
It takes the right person to get the most out of a new technology. In your hands, it's sure to capture some amazing sights.
Thanks a lot, Charlotte.
Thank you.
What a nice surprise. We were just curious about what you guys were talking about. Totally didn't expect to get a free gift out of it.
Most importantly, it's free.
You're welcome. I got something out of this too. The beginnings
Oh,
of a
different era?
very
Okay.
interesting news story. The boundaries between real news reports and news-like fiction must not be blurred, even when there's a compelling justification for doing so. Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the editors when I give them my feedback. Let's hope we don't mislead any more well-meaning citizens in the future.
Okay, and analysis zoom lens. Gotcha. Okay, now we have a new quest. Okay, so we just have that. Cool. Talk to Charlotte. Where's Charlotte? Oh, we have. Oh, sweet. We'll just we'll do that later. All right, now Charlotte, what do you have for us? Ow.
The soul renewed. The Spina Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spina
Oh, there's Navia. She looks great.
And we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, boon or bane of the Fontaine Research Institute.
Big chip. So I made some of the files one day, got those working. Maybe the rest of the files will work the same way. Got the original naming conventions I used and accidentally used different ones. Oh, whoops.
The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin.
Always got to keep those in, on track.
With Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
Now's your chance to be a big shot. It might have been real big shots from the start.
What do you think?
Big
Pretty enthralling,
shot.
huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
The articles do make me curious about how things will play out.
Paimon's curious too! Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
Yeah, curious.
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Also, I did crash the game once.
Are you
Classic
sure?
XCOM modding.
Has he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
Alrighty. Time to go to Poisson. Excuse me, are you going to finish that Poisson? Oh, ooh. What? Here. Oh, hey, it's the Fatui guy. And Navia. Hello, Navia.
Oh, it's you.
I definitely want to pull her
What
when
brings you all here?
when she gets released.
gonna look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a
Snežević?
large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats.
Aw.
But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
You also have to keep a low profile.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you know, we're just a secret organization that's solely built on espionage and centrifuge. Yeah, sure. Put us in the newspaper. Why not?
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
Hello, Chlorang.
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clarant?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision-makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the
Rejected.
same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
No.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand, at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
Smile.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Okay. As people hate Paimon's voice acting, that was a really good read.
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture.
Navia looks like an alternative timeline. Yo, she does.
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key.
Yeah.
Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Chlorand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
You already knew where she was going.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillet, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridsley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Gotcha.
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Risley. I still remember going down to the fortress to grill him for information on my father's case. Boy, did he take me for a ride. Without telling me anything, of course.
Oh?
But he did invite you to tea, didn't he?
2 large pots of it, in fact. It was good tea, though.
I have to agree. The tea there is very good.
Speaking
Tea.
of that, would you like to have some today? I mean, you've got time, right?
Well, I'd be partial to some shortbread.
Wow, it's like we've got a menu or something. Sure.
Good.
What flavor of biscuits would you like, Mr. Snežević?
Me? I'm fine with anything. But I would prefer chocolate, should you have it.
All right. Leave it to me.
I love chocolate.
I'll go over the newly arrived supplies with you later, Mr. Snežević. We should be able to finish the preparatory work today.
That works great for me.
Is it just me, or did you get a new lipstick?
I did. It was a gift from Sijuin. Want to give it a try? I think the color would suit you too.
Aw, look at them. They're becoming the best of friends, even though Cloran killed her father. Yeah, it's, awkward. Just business. Just business. Oh, fuck me. One's the job and one's mental illness. Yep. Oh, that's a quote from the fucking sniper. I'm not an I'm an assassin. I'm not a murderer. That's a profession. The other one's mental sickness.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh?
Serial killer, whatever.
There's a real
I
nostalgic
forget.
feeling to this place.
It's been such a long time since I've seen the Meet the Sniper trailer.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke!
Oh, I think Crazed Gunman.
The entrance to greet us?
Yeah. Assassin, not a crazed gunman. There's a profession, the other one's mental illness.
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
Oh yeah, that's right. Payday 3 came out with an update, and I'm probably going to play it next week, so... Or maybe I'll play it this weekend, we'll see.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
Yeah, Cook-Off and Murky Station are being put in, and there's also a new skill tree. Also, there's, I think there's an XP balance. Or XP rework, too.
Alright then, this way.
We'll see how good it is. Oh, you can actually carry up to 2 bags now. Which is very nice. Hey, Jiryu.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
Yes.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier,
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on.
Worthley looks like an alternative timeline crow. Oh my god, he does.
The boat that brought about a miracle.
If Crow was a cat
that
instead
saved
of a
the
crow.
people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
No. He really does know how to squeeze opportunities for all they're worth.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
We're not a couple!
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
No!
Ah, Sijuin.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Sijuane. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
MiHoYo being allowed to use a word couple since the pair in question is hetero. And the writer's taking up their limited window to do it. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier? Miss Lorvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
You walk with Worsley for a while and share the
I
news.
see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them over, huh?
Yep.
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oof.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties.
Fair.
As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
When was the last time Worsley touched grass? A couple of quests ago when he had to go outside.
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Nice.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then. All right. Last stop, the docks.
Oh, you know, I'd love to see you in one of Charlotte's photo shoots one day.
Yeah, not happening.
Is that really necessary? Our line of work doesn't really require much photographing.
Wait, how is the coat hanging off of your... with the straps there?
It's precisely because we don't need the picture that they'll have value as keepsakes. You don't really look all that opposed to the idea, you know.
Anime. It's true, it is just anime.
Maybe I'm just happy that I managed to once again avoid the spotlight. I think this interview went well either way.
Yes, you successfully kept prying eyes away by using Mr. Jurier and Miss Lorvine as shields. Very good.
You should be happy for them. They have a bright future ahead of them.
Okay, and we're just gonna... Here. Time to go to the dirt! Oh, fuck it, we'll just go, we'll take the shortcut. Don't worry, I know a shortcut. And nailed it. Didn't even have to use my glider. Oh hey, there's Lynette, and what's his name? Fremine. That was the name.
They really are here! How did you know?
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Traveler, and Traveler. Yankee the boop.
Would you like a magic pocket?
Yes.
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Heh.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by I'll help you make some more friends.
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
You sure are working hard to help Fremine socialize.
Yep.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Sounds like that would suit him.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh boy, these two are arguing.
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things been, Traveler?
Yiki-da-poo. I'm doing alright.
Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
Thank you, Father.
That's alright. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
I don't know, probably killing some motherfuckers.
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. Well, after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
What?
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure Neuvillette doesn't want anything to do with the Gnosis now, considering the fact that the power of a god is kind of what brought this prophecy onto the people on Fontaine's heads for a reason.
It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down.
Or that too.
Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
Well, that's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
I actually don't really know what Gnosises are capable of. Is Child still stuck in the back rooms? Yeah, Skirk kind of threw him in there.
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
Gotcha.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
About him.
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can now call him one of my war buddies.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
Crazy.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
What the fuck is that?
Father!
Father.
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Are you going to take the gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
That is our duty as harbingers, yes.
Child be like, I've fallen and I can't get up. No, Child is being like, oh, jeez. Man, I'm so, the last bit of war was a little bit exhausting. Man, maybe I should just lie down a bit. And then one of the Fatui Harbingers are like, hey, Tartagula, guess what? We're going to Natlan. There's apparently a war going on. And Child is like, war? Let's go!
Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world.
With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is something I've always done.
Will you keep to your position?
Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Well, thanks, but, your friends might not like us a bunch. Actually, I just remembered something. Please help us deliver this.
A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
Yeah, he might get sick and die if, the vision isn't returned to him soon.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello, journalist.
If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Farewell, bye-bye.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
Okay.
To move things about?
Sure.
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets.
It's part of the prophecy.
I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends.
Ah, how poetic.
All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off.
Pockets.
Shall we go see what Neverlette's doing? Of course, he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway.
Yeah. Let's go see what good old Neuvillette is up to. Puppy. Give it up. Chicken. Hot one, the Holland sister, and the brother that'll melt into a Gmod ragdoll if someone talks to him. Yes. Although melt is probably not the correct word. More of spastically undulate a Gmod ragdoll. That's probably the best decision, or the best description for it. Decision? Oh, Jesus. I cannot talk today.
Fortress. Ooh, he really is there.
Yeah, what's going on over there? Monsieur Neuvillette. Hot one's. Oh wait, no, I already read that.
Time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way.
That's nice.
In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Uh-huh.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
Ellipses.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Goulet sighed softly before telling the truth concerning what he saw that day. Folklores deceived the heavenly principles and used Farina's endless performance to save Fontaine.
Whoa. So that's what happened?
Yeah, crazy. I only saw Farina's part myself.
Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element.
Huh.
Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Ah, nice. Stop! Is that Dragon Jenga? No!
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
That Fontainians were finally, truly born.
Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
Yippee! Where is she anyway? Oh yeah, that's right, she's dead.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay. About the initial verdict that was passed on Child.
I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial,
2 Gmod ragdolls.
Whether it was due to that liability by association, or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
I don't know either.
Guess Focalor had Fontainians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans.
Yeah, it's a shame that she had to, like, mentally torture fucking Farina.
Hang on a second. Paimon certainly got another question.
Uh-huh.
Back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Maybe?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
Yeah, right, really early in the Archon Quest chain.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, seems like this ritual won't be of any further use, but it'll probably live on as a local custom.
Yeah. What's really weird is that the creation myth of humans in Islam is very similar to this. And it's very strange.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Alright, about Fontaine's future.
Yeah, about that. Risley said Farina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest.
Yeah, she should definitely do that.
Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
Yeah.
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
Maybe talk to a therapist first. That should probably help.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
Actually, just talk to anybody. Anybody would probably help, considering the fact that her problem was she was so fucking lonely.
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Oh, what about the Indinium?
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person.
Okay, that's good.
Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
Yeah.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it?
Well, couldn't it be derived from the people's faith in the dragon? Sovereign?
Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Yeah. Is that the Unitanium of the Genshin world? Kind of. It's less of a, it's less of a physical thing and more of like an energy that can power machines.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Yeah, pretty neato.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay, you already said that like 2 times. About Fontaine's Gnosis.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the 2 Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power.
The Oratrice Mechanis Annalise Condal.
As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine.
Okay.
If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
Without unnecessary conflict, it creates another, This dude seems shady, I don't know why. I don't know, he's not necessarily shady, but, he used to be a dragon sovereign, which was the enemies of Celestia, and that's why Celestia took away their powers and then gave it to the Gnosis to give it to Archons, but Focalor kind of just went full circle, so now he is in control of everything.
What complicated considerations. Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
Hi, Daring Go.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Alright, about the next stop on my journey.
You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume?
Yeah, wherever that is.
I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
Oh yeah, like Quetzalcoatl.
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
Kind of.
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity.
Ooh.
Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame.
Oh my god, we're going to Dragon Tales land. Hell yeah. Natlan, yes, Natlan is the Pyro Nation.
There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe may be useful to you.
Oh?
The Harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The Captain?
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a
we knew about him before.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
Thank you, Nuvalet.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know.
Well, I have no more questions.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the
We already asked about the Gnosis, Paimon.
When we spoke to Lenny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
He just answered that. Okay, fine.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
What is it?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Oh. Flashback. Wow, you stupid, Paimon. Dumb. Stupid.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
Yep. See ya.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend.
Please don't sniff the dragon. That's just rude.
I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Yeah, this is probably a reference to another Hoyoverse game.
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Oh no. This is about my sister.
Remains?
Yes, he is a dragon.
I've never heard of any such thing.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me.
Millie Football.
But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you.
That being the gnosis.
To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
That's oddly specific. Do either of them have livers? Probably?
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These
Airport's
are
trying to
just
run a
my
fucking organ harvesting
personal
company
thoughts.
over here.
And my reason for no longer
harvesting
wishing to return
scheme.
to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Whenever that next time may be. Okay, so Millie Football, my sister, is the second descender. I am the fifth descender, so who is the third?
Next time. You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
It's Mitchell Sock. Oh my god, if the Trailblazer just pops out of nowhere, that'd be hilarious. Well, there is going to be a crossover event. One of the,
That's what
Teyvat
she
is
told
going
me.
to be a world that
Whether
you
it
can
would prove
explore in
useful or not,
Honkai Star
I
Rail.
wanted to pass that information on to you.
Which makes sense, considering the fact that they travel to different worlds, so. Spider-Man 2099 sound.
The remains of the third descender? So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
Oh my god, is this the relics of Christ and Steel Ball Run? Is that what's going on here?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
Why would you trust her? You barely even know her. The Descender, she mentioned one. Oh no, I'm not the fourth Descender. Or I'm not the fifth Descender, I'm the fourth Descender. I'm the fourth Descender. One, that Gnosis are related to the Descenders, and two, that one who came before me has already died.
I guess that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third Descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Yes.
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right?
Sounds like I was tapering. Of course. What? Okay, Tay, if you're watching this, like, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? You can't tell me you're straight after being able to just whip those out. Just do some hentai foo and then just get some Genshin hentai, femboy hentai, okay?
No, let's
you can't do that.
About this stuff right now. It just feels
Discord bleeps are still going. Yep.
Comparing the Traveler to the dead third Descender and all.
Don't worry, I won't die so easily.
That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck.
No, Paimon, I'm not gonna die and then immediately get stabbed.
Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers that way.
Oh god, that would be like a fucking twist. Just the Traveler gets stabbed and then the rest of the party has to like go and revive the Traveler's remains and you can't play as the Traveler the entire quest.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yeah.
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
Yeah, maybe.
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will.
Can you understand the will of the gods?
I suspect not.
Now play as the Traveler, it's a dream come
That
true.
if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops.
I mean, would it be the first time the quests would make us assume control of like another character or
Life
Genshin?
flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Okay, no need to get so broody. Alright, quest completed. The Masquerade of the Guilty. Ripples. Oh, nice.
It seems from your expressions that you still ask away. I will tell you the truth
okay,
as I know.
yeah.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself.
Okay. Alright, so you can just always ask these questions again. Neato. What is... Oh. Comedy. Let's see here. The burrito. Doing. What is, so we got done with the Archon Quest. Honestly, pretty good. I think Genshin Impact is starting to get, like, really good with their quests, and I'm very excited for more. Let's see. Chiefs, or Thelxie's fantastic. Alright, well. I have to go fish. Beeps of Tay Hentai are still going. They're haunting my dreams. Hello, lady.
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But what if there's a chance?
They used this voice actress quite a bit.
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Did they actually model an ocean floor for the oceans outside of Fontaine? No, it's just Fontaine.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the Fontaine Fishing Association. How can I help you?
We received your commission request.
Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh, finally. Someone has heard my prayers.
Crazy!
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry, you've got 2 super experienced adventurers right here. We'll take care of anything and everything for you as long as you pay us a little bit of mora.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, the problem is that the fish around a fishing spot at Araneus have just all up and vanished recently.
Okay.
They disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of human anglers. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I had planned to go and investigate the area right away.
Okay, I'm curious. I have to see some of it. Luckily, you know the name is. Oh. Okay. Why does Tay have so much of this? Where are you getting this? Why do you have so much of it? I don't understand.
Right, but unfortunately, as the representative of the Fishing Association, there are a few other errands that I absolutely have to run. So
you'd like us to investigate the spot for you?
Uh-huh.
Exactly, you're right on the Mora. So I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets, knowing exactly what I was going to say like that? Or maybe like the oracles you read about in fairy tales?
Nope, we already told you that we're adventurers.
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing, that's all.
Oh, there is a lot.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good night's sleep knowing the two of you are on the case.
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish? It really doesn't sound too difficult.
Tay, you can't say that you're 100% straight after posting all of that, buddy. Hi, Tay. How's it going?
No, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the fish have gone missing due to an encounter with the water imps.
So it's shoplifted. Oh, yeah, no, I did it for the homies. Yeah. How did you know that you would need an extensive list of femboy hentai to put it in before Zanza said it? 172? No, dude, cap. I'm calling cap on that, bro. Femboy server. Why are you in a femboy server? No, Tay just reads them for the articles. Yeah, I guess. Water imps?
Yes, you're both Outlanders, right?
Were you there in the yeah, that's you got invited. Oh yes, I got invited.
Underwater creature called Velxi.
Oh yes, by a friend. This friend real by any chance? Okay, no, I'm grilling Tay too much.
The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone, then we'd be snatched away and eaten by a water imp called Velxi.
This Tay's story is getting more and more sus by the second. Fetus coke addiction?
A child eating water imp? Did they tell you what it looked like?
My father would always describe it as
That's a terrible combination, coke and femboys.
Snake woman, while my mother said it had a handsome face. It's really strange, though, because you'd also hear other people describe it as just a chubby penguin with a deceptive appearance.
Okay, those are 3 wildly different descriptions.
Even though the tales vary regarding its appearance, everyone agrees that it's really dangerous. It lives in an underwater cave surrounded by pallid bones and uses its sensitive nose to track down lonely children who've lost their way. And once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice to lure them into the water before swallowing them all. Pretty terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good thing those don't exist.
Sounds kinda scary. But isn't that pretty normal for a fairy tale? After all, those kinds of stories are usually made up to help keep children away from danger.
Shit about Steam Decks. Nah. Steam Decks are a bit hard to finagle.
But what
it
if
takes
the
a
fairy
bit of a
tale
while
was
to
inspired
finagle.
by a real-life
Finagle,
tale?
bagel.
Just like how a water vein always has a source.
Do you have any concrete evidence?
Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone recently saw a child walk into the water as if he was possessed by something. Doesn't that sound just like he was responding to the call of a water imp?
Maybe?
So you mean someone really got eaten by a water imp?
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened on Irenaeus. That's no laughing matter if you ask me.
So not to get me a virus. Yeah, no, the femboy.
Both the
Can't get the
Opera House
femboy virus.
and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island as well. Combine that with the mysterious mist, the huge tree
Imagine being
with
that
expansive
NPC and listening to
underground
Mike
roots,
Baseball
and the
grill
rumor that
someone about
the
fun about
fishes
their
on the
hentai
island can
cash.
understand human language.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Is it really so shocking that an island so shrouded in mystery could harbor a terrifying water imp as well?
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now. Still, if someone's really been hurt, then we can't just ignore the situation, right, Traveler?
I'll go check it out.
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't forget that no matter what, safety always comes first.
Yeah, no, this isn't my femboy porn folder. No, I'm holding it for a friend, you see? Oh yeah, I have a thing to roll, but I can do that later. Alley-oop. That's so cool. Where? Oh, it's open. Wait, which quest is this one? Nope, that is not that one. This one? Nope. Which quest is this? That remains of the past day.
What's underscore and underscore airport just redeemed yek becomes a sim.
Making time to complete. Okay. And I guess we just have to go there real quick. Mutate justifying his femboy in Chinese existence. Ziwa Zabadibo Narbi Widbo Wagatu? Yatarbi? Huh? Oh. Build this up in 2 days. What? Okay. Oh, I need to doing a little bit of exploration on this quest, but hey, it's Genshin Impact. That's to be expected. A lot of fish. Oh, can we just... go up here? Yes, yes we can. Oh, is that the tower in Lonely Island that she was talking about? I think it is. What's this? Upper mechanism, track assemblage. No, it's track using regulating valves to place in the critical points in the holes. Oh, okay, I see. Line up. Is the crystal receiver nodes. Gotcha. Okay, anyway, we'll deal with that later. What do you have in relation to the game? 30 gigabyte. Wait, that's less than the femboy stuff. Just, oh.
Strike! Storm the front!
Burn! Burn! And you're done. Congratulations.
Water jet! Is this an answer from this world?
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Oh, 30 gigabyte. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, I misread that. Oopsie. I know how to count. The world opens itself to those of no part. Okay, neat. Great, the statue was a complete waste of time then. Lovely. Oh, hello. Cannon. Dangerous autocannons, a weapon that most clearly appears near sunken ships when a character appears in the line of sight and will lock on an attack. Okay, so we have to find the thing. Oh wow, it's still going. Whoa. Hi there. One moment. Okay, nope. Not that. Ugh. Anti-beeps, they stopped. Alright, and... no. Okay, whatever. We'll just... Oh, do we need to use squid? Is... Ah, usability... Oh, this thing. Gotcha. Ooh. Use this to blast some wreckage. Fire. Ah, I definitely killed somebody. How much can I turn this? Never mind, the folder is going into the void. Okay. Damon sits at. He claims to be. You can see the energy of xenochromatic ball, octopuses. Okay. No. Whee! Where do I send you to? Okay, never mind. Definitely going a long way around for this, but... Gonna take the crab. You. Ooh, that's ominous. What is it? Is it up there? No? Okay, it's definitely down somewhere there then. Are you sure about that? Certain. Okay. Obtain bacterial mats. Now we need the... Okay. Yes, I understood all of that. Okay, where are all the fish disappearing to?
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look, there's some footprints over there.
Yes, they're going this way. This jalapeno burger be hitting. Jalapeno!
These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can find anything else.
Yes, let's. Burger.
Wait, did you hear something just now?
Maybe. Gurgling noises can be heard from the water. The noises grow louder and louder until something emerges with a loud splash.
What is that? Don't come any closer!
Paimon? Traveler?
Oh, hey, it's Fremine. Fremine?
I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Fremine removes his diving helmet.
Fremine!
Paimon, are you okay?
No.
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp. Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp?
We're investigating a water imp called Felxie.
Felxie, you say? How surprising.
Yeah, crazy.
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else is trying to investigate the water imp?
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated.
And can you tell us about what's going on with you?
Sure, if that's in order.
After the femboy
I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy.
Maybe it's maybe airport. Maybe it's like you, like being gay for one person, like Linny. Tay is just gay for femboys. That's it. So I don't like men. Just like femboys. Difference.
Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp? Wait, hold on!
Yeah, you don't have to. Don't worry, let the truth just sort of like, sink in.
Yeah, but, she made a special request, but out of respect for her privacy, I can't really talk about it. It's alright though.
Okay.
She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're two of my trustworthy companions. Hearing that, she might be willing to share some information, and you'll be able to continue with your investigation.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily the water imp, though. We're primarily here to investigate the disappearance of the fish.
Fish.
The fish?
Fish. Remini nods slightly, seemed to be lost in thought after you tell him about the commission of the Fishing Association. Suddenly his breath catches his throat.
I think I may have connected the dots.
Fish.
These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of noise. So, all that about the disappearing fish, well, it was probably because of me.
I'm sure you can make a Femboy skit out of, or a Columbo skit out of the Femboy Cash incident. Oh yeah, one more thing.
So that's all it was? That actually...
From an 8-year-old fish. Yeah, fat ass.
Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the water was also...
Just Fremine preparing for another day of work?
Yes, I think that's quite likely as well.
Whew. So in the end, it was just Fremine. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the fairy tales might look like, and it all turns out to be just a hoax.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Once I'm done, the fish should come back.
Okay, yeah, we'd be happy to help. Is there anything we can do?
Thanks for offering. But I can't trouble you any more than I already have.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about helping each other, you know?
Yeah.
But don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out, even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing. If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back.
Yeah, they're just really experiencing, we're just really experiencing this kind of thing, that's all.
Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Fair.
Is that what you'd like to do as well?
Yeah, I think Paimon's right.
Huh. Alright, I'll trust your judgment. Please follow me. I've made a makeshift camp over there.
Gotcha.
I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa,
okay.
Sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Thelxie, are you there?
Oh, here it comes. Oh my god, it's waddling. Oh my god, this thing is so fucking cute. Bit.
So that's Fremine's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear.
Where's Penguin Town?
It's not really anywhere famous or important. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
You little penguiny. Oh, this is Morse code. So can Thelxie talk?
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, I had to give up on the idea. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words, so he can't really talk to us just yet.
It's Gunther the Penguin. Nice.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you complete and install this language module, right?
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests. It was just something I wanted to try. I have two other things
Mario
I'd like your help
Party
with.
prop. Yeah, it is.
The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's motherboard, to make sure he will be able to function properly in most situations.
That doesn't sound too hard. And what's the other thing?
Yeah.
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells and coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
A weapon?
A weapon? Will Thelxie have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand, like that brave prince of legend. It's a part of my employer's request.
Interesting request.
What an imaginative employer! Naming Thelxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look like a prince?
A gun.
Well, regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's purpose is the same. Just like Pear, he has come to this world to serve as somebody's companion.
Very poetic, okay. Can somebody who knows Morse code understand this?
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could he understand what we were just talking about?
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of a translation module, he still can't quite communicate with us.
Oh, and I'll put more jalapenos in my burgers. Do it. Do it.
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by doing some testing on the motherboard. That sounds like something we can do here in the camp.
Yes. Like saying it's saying Kowalski status report. Yeah, I bet
good.
it is.
The motherboard is on my workbench, so please follow me.
It sounds like something I would do.
Ah, here we go. I have this testing manual, so feel free to reference it if you get stuck. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. I've got a lot of backup boards just in case.
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Okay. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
Jalapeno slime. Ugh. Spicy slime. Now I have to defragment the... Oh, I need to do this in a certain amount of... Okay, there we go. Aw, it's a little hard. Debugging successful! Alright, so what was that all about?
You're doing well. Just as I expected.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks before, you know.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just as I mentioned earlier. We're after colorful shells and coral. Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment, right?
More or less.
Okay, that's good. Just let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable. I'll make sure to stay right by your side.
Yeah, Fremine has a passive that makes you better at swimming in water. Pretty nice. But I don't need it, because I'm freaking amazing.
Go!
Like, gonna need some of that. So, oh, there. Swim, swim, swim. I love to. Oh, I can just teleport there. Okay, ballin'. You're cool dude McCool. Yes, I am. I am the cool. Ow, dick.
It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search.
Fuck. This is the first time you can swim underwater? Yep. We can only do it in this
We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water.
We can only do it on Fontaine,
to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and excavation efforts. Here, try it.
Hey, that's pretty familiar. We did this in the summertime quest.
Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out.
Fathom, the full fathom 5 of Telxie's lies. Old, of his bones are coral made. Alright. Okay.
Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
No problem, buddy. We'll return to Fremenay's temporary Fremenamp. Feel a dose of medicine left behind by someone. There's a label on the bottom of the container that has the word Destri written on it. Destri? You? Oh. Hi. Oh, Zuria Destri. Oh, that's your medicine. Oh no.
Ah, Fremenay, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
The fuck is this bitch?
I'm sorry, Madame Destray. I must have kept you waiting. I can report, though, that the construction of Thelxie is going quite smoothly.
Oh, she's your client. Or, yeah, she's your client.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
Yeah!
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
Like Mazeball and Baimon.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you Fremenay's employer? Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable. The sight of you reminds me of little fairies under a cottage roof.
Interesting.
Oh, do you really think so?
I look like a fairy too? Ah, yes, a flaming homosexual.
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of water imps. And I wouldn't have had to trouble Fremenay here with this commission.
Oh, you know what that sounds like? A huge, big pile of foreshadowing. Anyway.
Obsessed with the tales of water imps?
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet? I would have thought Fremenay had explained it to you already.
A friend issue? I think her child might have had a dead issue.
Well, Fremenay told us that it was a private matter, so we didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
I see. So Monsieur Fremenay is even more discreet than I had thought. As you are assisting him with the project, I believe it'll be beneficial for you to learn more about its vision and history.
That sounds like a parent skill issue. Ooh.
But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission. So, would you like to listen to my story?
Sure.
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so we'll try our best to help you get through your troubles.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation into words. I'm sure you're already familiar with the tale of the water imps, right?
Yeah.
Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water. My child is rather special, however. While most other children are terrified of Thelxie, he's infatuated with him.
Somebody got naturally profiled by the water, didn't it? Yep.
Infatuated? infatuated? With a water imp? What a brave soul.
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind, instead of singing to abduct children, the water imp actually sang out of a longing for companionship. As a result, he often goes near the water in secret.
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer? What a unique way of thinking.
Oh, this guy's so dead, isn't he?
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with loneliness syndrome when he was only 8 years old.
Loneliness syndrome?
Mm-hmm. It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many mundane activities. The syndrome is probably what made him so determined to become friends with the water imp.
Lady, that's just called depression.
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
Only fraction? Yes, please.
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less!
It's called depression. Call Furina. She's an
The
expert.
family doctor has already begun to treat
In
my
depression
son.
or being
But
depressed?
since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also developed some new symptoms lately, such as uncontrollable delusions.
Both. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Huh? Uncontrollable what now?
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality, and spends all his time in his fantasy world.
Oh.
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
I'll give you 2 good guesses, Paimon.
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling. It goes a bit like this.
Once upon a time, there was a splendid and magnificent underwater kingdom of water imps on the Salicia Plain, 500 feet beneath the surface. Countless lovely water imps lived in houses made of rainbow shells and corals, tending to sea animals during the day and singing between fields of golden Hidalga during the night. Everyone lived carefree and blessed lives until the day of the Iridescence Parade, the important festival during which the new king would be crowned. For the festival, all water imps would select the most precious pearl they owned, wrapped it in golden branches and leaves, and offer it to their most beloved prince. And during the day of the parade, the prince would cross a rainbow bridge made of all of the offered shells, accept the crown from his father amid the applause of his subjects. Finally, the new king would bless everyone with his well wishes. So the prince's name is none other than Thelxie.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a lovely fairy tale world for Thelxie. It's like a beautiful dream.
I'm really suspicious how we're using past tense right now.
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with a twist.
The day of the Iridescence Parade came as expected, but countless monsters also arrived alongside the prince. Monsters were evil and cruel, and they struck fear into all of the water imps' hearts. The water imps, adept at singing as they were, could not defend themselves against the monsters, so the kingdom fell, the king was killed, the water imps were locked behind bars. Rainbow Bridge lost its color and crumbled away. That kid fell into a meat grinder. Fell into a water imp grinder. Prince was barely able to escape with the help of a mysterious menace individual, but he had already lost everything and could only spend his days singing mournful songs. Just as the prince sang out of loneliness, so could his song only be heard by similarly lonely children.
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to develop his loneliness syndrome?
Maybe.
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient eventually loses themselves to the fantasy world of their own creation.
The Bite of 87. What do you mean, the Bite of 87?
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality. He's begun to see himself as Thelxie.
Okay, so now we're using a present noun. Okay, so I think the child is alive. He's just insane.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the same as that of a prince who lost everything he ever loved or stood for.
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions. Then we have to help him snap out of it.
Yeah.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best to try to guide his fantasy.
Guide his fantasy?
He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book. If we could use this book as a breakthrough for his condition... Here, you can take a look.
Okay.
Ah, so Zuria's son also saw Thelxie as a penguin. Oh, he looks so sad.
Penguin!
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. One where the Water Imp Prince is eventually able to restore his kingdom with the help of his friends.
Of course, it's fucking... Why am I not...
We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of hope again. That's what I mean by guiding his fantasy.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Fremine need to make a Thelxie as well?
Yeah.
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Thelxie, and help him regain his crown and country.
What? Why?
But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Fremine here to craft a Thelxie, and then I'll paint the journey with this Thelxie into the picture book.
Okay.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh,
Take the
you
penguin story
really
very
put
seriously.
a lot of thought into this, Zuria. Paimon still has one question, though. Where will we be able to find a Water Imp Kingdom?
Yeah, that's a problem.
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked Fremine to research them for me. We'll be able to use one of the ruins as the kingdom.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the Kingdom of Water Imps. As long as we chase away the monsters in the ruins, it'll count as chasing away the monsters in the Water Imp Kingdom, right?
Yep.
Sadly, no.
Oh, shit.
We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously. And the only way we can take this seriously is if we choose to believe everything that's happening is real.
So we'll be playing it straight? Or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, neither of those really sound right. Well, either way, we'll still be able to help, right?
We've got this.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer, because he's so enamored with his dream.
Zuria.
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. I should be heading back right about now to check on my son.
Hey, you go do
We
that.
temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view.
You moved an
Feel
entire
free to come
house?
find me if anything urgent comes up.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Thelxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank you all. With that in mind, how about we meet here in 2 days' time to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps?
Sounds good.
All right, everyone. Let's meet again in another 2 days.
You gotcha. Oh, God damn it, another...
Syria sure is a brave and optimistic lady. Fremine, do you think her plan will work out?
Nah.
Let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few things that I didn't bring up because the Madame was here.
Madame.
Water jet!
Oh, I already picked that one. Okay, cool. Alright, what's up? Spend more time playing on the transcription module. Work on the... Oh god, damn it. Is the Madame the one that's delusional?
What is it, Fremine? What did you want to say?
If you don't mind me asking, I would like the two of you to mentally prepare yourselves.
Alright. Trigger warning, guys. You better mentally prepare yourselves. For what? I don't know.
This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really strong and will do everything you can to help the child. But with the syndrome being the way it is, if things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome and not put too much blame on yourselves.
Okay.
Fremine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working out?
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
You know this illness really well?
Ah, so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Fremine, don't tell Paimon that you also...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. I've just seen many cases of it at the House of the Hearth, back when we lived under the previous director.
Oh.
They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, to environmental factors, and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains. And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the worst cases, the patient could even pass away.
Oh shit.
What?
Is the kid alive? I have no idea.
That serious? And here Paimon thought they'd just stop talking as much.
Yeah, that's just the nature of it.
There is actually
So
a
if you
condition for
find it
this. It's
difficult to cope
called
with the
apathy.
worst case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel like you failed.
Stuff like this is an actual like medical syndrome. It's called apathy, where like extreme apathy, where someone just doesn't care so much as they just wither away and die. It's an actual sickness. Obviously a mental one, but I don't know about this one. All right, you got a point. I'll give it some thought.
Hey, now's not the time to be joking around. Don't worry, Fremine. No matter how hard it might get, we'll be able
Why
to
does it
handle
sound bass?
Really? Then in that case, let's see this real-life fantasy adventure together to the end.
Yeah!
Knowing you,
Paimon
you're
has
probably
a
going to
question.
ask if the child had a liver.
If this can really be as bad as you've described, then do you really think Zuria's method will be able to help?
Maybe.
After all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The
Not
whole
giving a fuck
adventure
about
will
things
only
as
be
base.
turned into a pitch
Yeah,
book for her
but
son to
that
read.
sort of extreme apathy can be very detrimental, especially if you don't eat.
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself somehow. The only reason he's allowed his dream kingdom to fall is because he's lost control of his heart. But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his world. Like helping someone who's lost their voice be able to speak again.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you understand all of this so well, Fremine?
Good question.
Well, Maybe because I have also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. I was able to draw a lot of support from it, so I believe in the power of fantasy worlds.
So that Penguin Town you mentioned was...
So you remembered.
Penguin Town is his fantasy world. His fantasy world is Club Penguin.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark!
Suddenly, Freminet pulls out a diving helmet and puts it on his head. Penguin Town. And Club Penguin died. Yep.
It's just one of my personal quirks. Please pay it no mind.
He wants to go to his happy place.
Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots of penguin residents. They're all really good at making clockwork toys. And Pear is the town's triumphant hero, as well as the one who quietly protects the whole place.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much that I made Pear, as Pear chose me as his friend.
Did Freminet not give himself any chairs or benches here? Nah, he just stands.
Freminet, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. I just believe that the fairy tale world of my dreams must also exist somewhere.
Right.
It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult to see. Or it will only reveal itself at very specific times.
Okay, did everybody fucking lose it in this quest?
Specific times? Like when you put on your diving helmet?
We have Bioshock at home.
Yeah. That's the general idea of it.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. It's a very
Netflix bio. Oh yeah, that's right. The Bioshock movie is coming out soon.
Alienating, but also as if you're being protected by something. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some truly wondrous things, as if a fairy tale has become reality. It's almost like a sort of miracle.
Really? Like a miracle?
Now I want to try on your helmet too.
Well, if that's in order.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Thuxie's weapon? We don't want to keep you from finishing your commission.
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Paimon. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for you to try my helmet. Thanks for all of your help. I'll be off for now.
Man, you could probably fit Paimon inside that helmet. Forget her head. Okay, part 1. How many parts are there? Oh. What the? Okay. Research for glory. Okay, so these are all the challenges. Where are the quests? Wait until 2 days later. Okay. That's new. Let's see. Man sleep on the floor here? Eh, probably. Just all large language. Hey, Thuxie. I don't understand Morse code. Okay. This is interesting. How long does this quest go on for? Another week? Okay. Alrighty. I can have a mysterious company. Oh, do we get from an A? Oh, collect Elsie's badges. Alright. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm really fucking tired, so I'm probably just gonna have to end the stream early. We'll finish off with doing a little bit of rolls, and then we'll continue this on the next Yektan stream begin. Oh, garbage. Okay, perfect. One more thing. Hey, Ferminate, can I have sex with your brother? It's like, what? Ah, shit. Nah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really fucking tired. This has been a shorter one, but I really just wanted to finish the Archon Quest, so we already did that. This is kind of more of a bonus thing going on. Oh, hey, the fate's reset. Is there a port that has? No, you are not. You belong in Moshe's server, so you're definitely some degree of gay. Fake gamer wanting to sleep. Yeah. Anyway. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm probably going to continue the, oh, Moshe. Hi, Moshe. I'm actually probably just gonna, yeah, just in time. I got a big dose of the tired, so I'm just gonna